Hi there, welcome back to the dojo. This is Comic Book Black Belt. This is the first of two videos which focus on the digital inking for an Inhumans piece I did for Draw the Marvel Way. And this first of the two videos is Medusa. The second will be Black Bolt, and at the end of both videos you can see the finished piece. It's pretty straightforward stuff. It's just me digitally inking over the pencils that I produced for them. Right, okay, now I'll get into the second part of the title of the video. Who is comicsgate and who isn't comicsgate? I've stayed out of this for quite some time because I don't like being badged and I don't like being put into groups. Something that I thought was a worthy, a noble part of what I understand of comicsgate was the whole consumer aspect, and from their perspective all they wanted was better comics. I'm not going to comment on whether the comics are better or not. I've already made it quite clear that current comic I'm not terribly keen on, from multiple different publishers, and that's not all to do with any politics or any politics there may or may not be in those comics. I just like Bronze Age comics. I think they're more fun. I think they're written in a way that that make the story more fun, and I just love the artwork. There's some great artists around at the moment, truly brilliant artists around at the moment. But I just like the way the Bronze Age looks and feels. So that's my perspective. I'm an artist. I'm a producer of sequential art. I have done my own graphic novels. I will be doing more graphic novels in the future. And I don't really like being grouped or being badged or labelled. You can call me whatever you like on your own time. I really don't give a monkeys about that. So the idea of that whole aspect of comicsgate or anti-comicsgate, I'm not interested in it, because it seems to be, or I'm definitely not interested in the badging of it, because it does seem to be that there's a lot of people arguing over political principles, which I really don't care about when I'm drawing comics. Or comics are an entertainment. They're a medium to be entertained with, and again, that's probably why I like the Bronze Age so much. So from that perspective, I can kind of understand where comicsgate is coming from and appreciate their perspective on that. But then I saw some furore over the past few days that included Doug Tenaple and some other people, the guys over at Indiegogo or whatever. And I still don't quite understand what went on, but I did see a lot of comments from people saying, if you're not comicsgate, we won't support you. If you're adjacent to comicsgate, we won't support you. Comicsgate only. And that seemed to occur to me that they're doing exactly what one of their principles would say they shouldn't do, and that is badging people, gatekeeping people. Obviously this is consumers. You can't apply that title to a consumer, but certainly it's a way of saying we don't want you here, we don't like your type in this place. And from my perspective, all I want to do is draw comics and entertain with sequential art and comic stories. So I don't quite understand why anyone wouldn't want to buy a comic if it's quality and if it's entertaining. Not quite sure where this is going. There's obviously a culture war going on. I'm not going to take sides, because I don't believe you should take sides. Certainly I'm not going to take sides yet, because nobody's proven to me that anybody's giving out a fair argument. It all seems very partisan. I can see people on both sides that I follow on Twitter. I follow EVS. I've bought Cyberfrog. I'll be doing a review of that when it does turn up. And I've bought Doug Tenaple's work. I also bought Zach's work as well. So I'll be doing a review on those books, and that's because I like comic books, and I'm not interested in what people have got to say about whether I should or should not be reading something. As far as I'm concerned, that's censorship. and I won't have any party in that. And that's why it concerns me when I hear these people say, oh, if it's not comicsgate, you know, I'm not supporting it. Well, you're supporting censorship, and that's surely one of the core principles of what you consider comicsgate to be. So like I say, I won't be bullied, I won't be badged, and I won't be put in a group. I'll talk to people, whoever they are, from wherever they come from, and if they're nice to me, unless I've got a police report that tells me they are a Nazi, or they are a racist, or they are in some way a criminal, then I'm going to take them at their word, and if they want to work with me, then I'll work with them. And I won't be bullied or pushed into thinking the group think, whoever or wherever that group comes from. So that's my little rant on it. And I think we should all be open-minded, and we should all want to sit down and talk about whatever problems we've got, and just screaming at each other isn't going to help, and being an absolutist isn't going to help. You know, only the Sith deal in extremes. to quote a pop culture reference, you know, just. This is comics. All I want to do is draw comics and entertain. I love comics, absolutely love them. So something else I just did was go over to Indiegogo, where Alterna are doing a growth thing. They're growing their business, and they're talking about possible distribution as well, which I think is absolutely fantastic, because I do think the comics industry needs to change somewhat. So go over there, support them. I'll put the link in the description, and thanks very much for listening to my rant. I'd like to think that I'm fair-minded and open-minded, and will speak to anyone, talk to anyone, take people's views on board, and be reasonable, and get out there and draw comics. So thanks again for listening, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the inking while I was rambling away, and I'll see you again next time at the dojo. See ya. Thanks for watching Comic Book Black Belt. If you've enjoyed the content from this video, please like, share or subscribe, and come over and follow me on Twitter. It's been great having you in the dojo. See you again soon.